Today, we're going to talk about something pretty incredible, the science-backed connection between your breath, something you do all day without thinking, and your ability to manage anxiety. It's a tool you already have inside you, and trust me, it's a lot more powerful than you might think.
So let me just start by asking you this. What if you could actually stop that overwhelming feeling of anxiety in its tracks with just one single deliberate breath? I know, it sounds way too simple, right? But the science behind this is absolutely profound.
Because we all know that feeling. Anxiety isn't just a random worry in your mind. You feel it in your body. It's your heart racing, that tightness in your chest, that feeling like you just can't get a full breath. It's a complete body takeover. And understanding that physical part is the absolute first step to getting back in the driver's seat.
Okay, so to get how we can take control, we need to take a quick look under the hood at our body's internal control center. It's called the autonomic nervous system, but honestly, the easiest way to think about it is with a really simple metaphor. Your body has a gas pedal and it has a brake pedal.
So you've got these two opposing systems. On one side, there's the sympathetic system, that's the gas pedal. It revs you up for fight or flight. Then on the other side, you've got the parasympathetic system, that's your brake pedal, which calms you down for rest and digest. When things are going well, they're in a perfect, harmonious dance.
But here's the problem. Anxiety is what happens when your foot gets slammed on the gas pedal and gets stuck there. It's a state of sympathetic hyperactivation. Your body's internal alarm system is just blaring away, even when there's no real danger. The big question is, how do you learn to manually hit the brakes?
So how do we actually do that? How do we apply the brakes? Well, it turns out to be an incredibly simple intervention, and it all comes down to the magic of the exhale. We can literally use our breath to intentionally shift that balance away from the gas pedal and back to the brake.
This technique is called 4-6 breathing, and it's just as simple as it sounds. You gently inhale through your nose for a count of 4, and then you exhale slowly through your mouth for a longer count of 6. That's it. That's the whole technique. In for 4, out for 6.
Now pay attention, because this is the most important part. The magic isn't just in breathing slowly. It's in making the exhale longer than the inhale. That extended 6-second exhale is the specific signal that tells your body's braking system to kick in. It is the key that turns off the alarm.
So how does that work? Well, let's meet the star of the show, the vagus nerve. Think of it like the main superhighway for your body's brake pedal. It runs all the way from your brain down into your gut. And when you extend your exhale, you are physically stimulating this nerve. You're telling it to send calming signals directly back to your brain.
And this isn't just some nice idea. It's straight-up physiology. The research is very clear. Breathing with a longer exhale, quote, communicates signals of safety to the brain. You are literally using your lungs to tell your brain, hey, we're okay down here. You can stand down. The threat is gone. It's a direct physical intervention to pull yourself out of that defensive, anxious state. But this simple exercise does so much more than just calm you down in the moment. See, over time, it actually helps to retrain the entire relationship between your mind and your body.
What it's doing is enhancing something called interoceptive awareness. It's a fancy term, but all it means is your ability to feel and understand what's happening inside your own body. You know, that feeling that tells you you're hungry or your heart is racing, that's your brain tuning in.
You see, anxiety completely scrambles this system. It makes us misinterpret a totally normal bodily sensation, like your heart beating a little faster, as a sign of absolute catastrophe. This breathing practice gives you a corrective experience. By focusing on that steady rhythm, you teach your brain that those internal signals aren't threats. They're just signals, and they're manageable.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually use it in the real world? Let's talk about making this a practical, everyday tool.
The real beauty of this technique is that you can do it anywhere and no one has to know. That spike of anxiety right before a social event? You can do it. Sitting in a stressful work meeting? Yep. Staring at a blank page while you're studying for a test? For sure. Seconds before you have to give a speech? Absolutely. It's a silent, powerful tool that's always available to you.
And you can see the concrete changes that are happening inside of you. Studies show this kind of breathing leads to measurable results. It lowers your cortisol levels, that's your main stress hormone. It helps regulate activity in your amygdala, the brain's fear center. And the result of all that, you can think more clearly and make better decisions.
So let's be really clear. This isn't just another relaxation hack. This is a scientifically proven tool for self-regulation.
It's about shifting your whole mindset from seeing your breath as this automatic thing happening in the background to seeing it as a deliberate, powerful lever you can pull to manage your own state of mind.
And that really brings us to the final thought. Your breath is the one tool that is always, always with you, from the moment you're born to the moment you die. The only question is, are you using it to its full potential?